I remember when the idea for the foundation was simply an idea that was being discussed at a community meeting.
But we want to be a funnel into the black belt. We want the money to come to us and make sure that it gets to where it needs to go.
When you have a foundation that's flexible, that is innovative, and that is connected to the places where there is a great need, change can happen.
Throughout the Black Belt region, there was not an entity that had been created by and for and with the people of the Black Belt until the Black Belt Community Foundation came along. The mission of the Black Belt Community Foundation is to forge a stream of giving so that those from within as well as those from without can collectively contribute so that we all will reap the benefits of our shared gifts, so that we all give and in return we all get.
I've lived in Alabama for about 26, 27 years. Spent most of my life in the South. Live in Lowndes County, Alabama, which of course is the county between Selma and Montgomery. It's very rural, population about 10,000, and is a county that has much of the same problems as the rest of the Black Belt counties, which are double-digit unemployment, school systems that are in trouble, no public transportation, intense and grinding poverty, and hopelessness.
The Black Belt Community Foundation was established to bring resources to areas that didn't have those resources, to bring brain power to those areas that didn't have the brain power. And I think, if nothing else, having an organization that is committed to connecting people in the Black Belt to others in the Black Belt and those outside the Black Belt who want to bring programming to those communities is a really important thing.
That's one of the things I like about the foundation. We don't really have to create a lot of new programs. We find those that are already doing good work, find those resources, and put them back in the hands of those who are doing the work.
Well, the foundation worked with an array of programs. In past and recent years, the foundation funds grants, community grants and arts grants.
We have a youth organization called Bama Kids Incorporated. Bama Kids was founded about 24 years ago.
There was a program that the Black Belt Community Foundation helped partner with called the 100 Lenses Project. I get a grant for the Black Belt to do a community project, which is the Alabama Okra Festival.
I serve as a secretary for the 100 Black Men of West Alabama.
We're trying to bring scouting to boys that have not had the opportunity to be in Scouts.
Chris Spencer approached me about being involved in the Black Belt Community Foundation, more specifically the Black Belt Faith Council.
We do mostly the visual arts, and that's our specialty. And they also encourage youth involvement in the community.
I'm a member and was the former vice president of this organization, 21st Century Youth Leadership Movement.
We received 5 grants, most of them all arts related. Some of them were in school programs. Some of them involved field trips for school groups.
With our Young Men and Boys of Color initiative with that grant, we wanted to focus on reducing the dropout rate and increasing the graduation rate.
So you might have someone that's working with a dance studio, or you might have someone working in the theater.
So we support after-school programs for the youth in the area. We reach out to provide different types of arts activities, provide arts exposure to many in the region.
Programs that focus in the area of education, economic empowerment, and health and wellness.
Metalwork and pottery and oil painting.
Tutorial programs, after-school programs for middle school students or high school students.
So I think the most important thing we can do as a local, relatively small nonprofit that's connected to a national network is partner with other organizations here in the community. We call this idea collective impact, that if we can get together with another organization and another organization, realize we have a common goal, that's when we can make a difference in our community.
We have always been a community of taking what we'd had and made what we needed. Even when I coached football, we didn't have weights when I initially started, and we went in the woods and we cut logs, and we picked the logs up to train the kids to get stronger. You know, I played college football, so I understood the need for strength and conditioning. So we've always been a community that taken what we've had and made what we needed. The Black Belt Community Foundation is built on that same foundation.
The Black Belt Community Foundation is gigantic. It's huge. It's a warrior.
Community funded and community driven with the community at its best interest.
It's not about where you come from, it's about where you want to be.
You're just blown away by all through the Black Belt, all these different elements that are being supported by them.
One thing that my father always impressed upon me was you're blessed to bless others. So through that, knowing the different blessings and the opportunities that he provided me, being a great father and a great dad, I think I have the opportunity to kind of continue that.
The foundation is going to continue to be in the lives of boys and touch their lives, to change their lives.
I could have easily given up in life. I could have easily turned around and said I don't want to do that. But as a Black Belt here pushed me, it forced me to be hungry for success, be hungry for life. Want more in life instead of being satisfied. Yes, sir. It's a great community.
Often we focus on what's wrong, when in fact we are missing what's right, because what's right are the lives that are there that we can have an impact on with just one message.
I've learned to be a leader. I've learned to help people in a positive way.
To be the vessel through which others are helped is a humbling experience for me and a truly spiritual feeling for me.
I think the 100 Lenses Project was one of the first times it wasn't the pictures at all. It was seeing the big picture of the Black Belt, you know, and seeing needs of my fellow man, my next door neighbor.
For one day, Dr. King's dream of a beloved community comes true, because the people that come to the Okra festivals intermingle with each other. There's no self-segregation. Blacks and whites, and usually a few Hispanics, a few Asians, they're intermingling, they're talking together, they're eating together, they're dancing together. For one day, it's like the clouds break and the sun shines in, and this is the way Alabama is supposed to be.
My dream for the Black Belt Community Foundation is to help build a stronger and a better Black Belt region by taking what we have to make what we need.